I am the Red Cyclone! Ah!
Another episode of the Big Kiss Better Rest Square podcast. This is your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with MercwiththeMic.
What is up?
Welcome. This is our podcast about anything and everything in the world of pop culture, video games, real life, fake life, second life. Well, we ain't going there. And beyond. What it is, Merc.
We're not going to tell you about heaven.
You have to find it. And it's only obtainable after you glitch out of World 1, 2.
There you go.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you stuck.
Yep.
So,
all right.
A bunch of stuff coming out.
A lot of stuff.
Week.
A lot of stuff.
A bunch of stuff happened. I didn't get to see it. Shout out to the Jenkins. He said he got to see John Wick 3.
Yeah.
That's definitely a dope franchise. So I'm sure it was good. He said he gave it the seal of approval.
Cool.
Okay. So you didn't check it out, right?
No.
Gotcha. Besides that, let me ask you before we jump off John Wick. Did you enjoy the first two movies?
I did like the movies a lot. I like Keanu Reeves a lot, so usually anything with him I will go see.
Did you see Scanner Darkly?
Yeah, I actually liked that movie. It was kind of dry, but it was good.
Okay. All right. Because I'm not familiar with his more serious roles. Like, I only nearly know he did separate from the silly stuff with Bill and Ted. I do know he was in Point Break before The Matrix, right?
Yeah.
And then there was Matrix. And then from between Matrix and Scanner Darkly, I don't know what movies he did. Wait, Speed was before that, though.
Speed was between Point Break and Matrix.
No, I think Speed was the first one after...
No.
Point
Break is older.
It is. Get out of here. Gotcha. So, Speed is Point Break, Speed, Matrix.
Yeah.
And then after Matrix, I don't know because.
And then Bill and Ted was before done.
Well, but this is away from the. So I'm talking about the serious roles.
Serious roles, yeah. He had a lot of different movies. He was in Devil's Advocate. He was also in.
I forgot about that. That's him in
Johnny Mnemonic, whatever it's called.
Oh, Johnny Mnemonic.
That was a really bad movie.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
That's another thing I've never seen. Do you know what era that was?
That was after Matrix.
Really? Oof. Okay.
Constantine. He was the first Constantine.
You know what? I thought that was all right.
I liked that movie. I thought it was good.
I think it was probably better than what was the one with it's a similar dude with a trench coat. God, it's stuck in my head. The guy from Boston.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Max Payne.
Max Payne, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, William.
No,
Mark Wahlberg.
Hold on a second. We got to get these timelines straight. Johnny Mnemonic is 95.
Yeah, that was right before the Matrix.
Is way later.
Huh?
Matrix?
In 99.
Way later.
98, 99.
No, Mnemonic is 95.
95.
It's not after Matrix. It's way
before. Yeah.
So that damn.
That was Erica. It was way before that too. He was in Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I forgot about. Yeah, that's right. He's the main character
with a fake British accent. He had a terrible British accent.
You know what you should look up? Look up the angry video game there. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Holy shit. That game is terrible.
Yeah.
I can't watch that movie though. It freaks me out.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Really
and that's what's his name is Dracula. The main bad guy from The Professional. Jeez, I'm blanking on his name. He's Commissioner Gordon in Batman, in the newer Batman movies. Damn it. Oh my god, he's such a good act. Gary Oldman. There you go. So he's Dracula in those movies.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, so you know what? Scratch that. Apparently, he's had an entire career that I just never paid attention to.
He has a lot of good movies. Keanu Reeves does his job.
Oh man, there's just so many fucking things.
And he's a well-respected person. A lot of people say he's probably the nicest person in Hollywood, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's one of those people you keep seeing videos pop up of him just doing nice things for people.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to have. Really good thing.
What else he had? He had 47 Ronin. That was a move in 2013. Batista was in it, I think.
Really?
He talks to character in Toy Story 4, apparently.
Really?
I love Replacements. Replacements is a great movie.
You know what? The Replacements is one of my favorite movies. But
I love that movie.
That's more of a comedy. So
Yeah.
like I was expecting funny stuff going in.
You want to know one you should check out? It's called The Man of Tai Chi.
I did see that.
That was actually really good.
He was like stiff though, and that it was kind of
It
funny.
was Matrix.
Yeah, he was a
felt like
little
he was Matrix.
a little like one note as a character in that
Yeah.
movie though. It reminded me more of a Nicolas Cage movie, to be honest. Yeah. With how like unaffected he was, but he was whooping that ass or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, he was in the remake of The Day Earth Stood Still.
I did not see that.
Street Kings was a good movie.
Okay.
He has a lot of fucking movies. Like, a lot. A lot of
The more,
movies.
yeah, and then the more you point out, the more like I've heard of most of those movies. Yeah.
I think my favorite one, and to this day, of Keanu Reeves is Point Break. I think that's my favorite one.
I still like Bill and Ted.
I love Bill and Ted.
Bill and
But
Ted is probably my
yeah.
favorite.
Bill and Ted, the first one. I didn't like the second one.
I actually like the second one. Def was funny. Def became one of my favorite characters.
But I like, it was a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff.
Yo, check this out.
And we're going to take a little break right here just to remind you to follow us on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Also on SoundCloud. What we do is we have the Wrestling Babble podcast that's hosted by MercwiththeMic, who's a frequent guest on my show, and that should be on MercwiththeMic on SoundCloud. We post those on YouTube as well, so you can check the MercwiththeMic podcast out on his YouTube channel, which is also MercwiththeMic. And also, you can catch the It Gets Better I Swear podcast, as well as the various other playthroughs on the RedCycloneInc YouTube channel. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, kick it!
All right. Yeah, John Wick, I heard it was really good. I saw Detective Pikachu, and that shit was hilarious.
Okay, so
Everyone go see it. It's weird. It's fun. It reminded me of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, just the style of the kind of movie it was. It was more catered to adults, but kids could watch it, and that was what the Detective Pikachu was.
Okay.
A lot of fun movie. I was laughing my ass off. Ryan Reynolds does it again.
And he was the voice of Detective Pikachu, right?
Yeah.
How was the story between him and the kid? Was it like
It was okay.
really
So the kid was the only one that could really understand him.
Mm-hmm.
So he did talk. He talked directly to the kid. He didn't other than that. You hear him call Pika, Pika.
Mm-hmm.
But he was trying to figure out his father's murder. So he was a world class detective. Like, I'm gonna help you find your father and things like that. And it's really good. Like, definitely check it out. It's fun. It's a fun movie. Really fun. I'm waiting for Godzilla. I think that's going to be my next after John Wick. It's Godzilla. Godzilla looks fucking amazing.
I haven't seen the trailers for it. Do they show like the monsters fighting?
Yeah, there's a lot of them too. You find everybody.
Do you know if this is an American production or?
It is American production, but it has a lot of like the old school people from the original Godzillas in it. So they pay homage to people. Yeah.
Okay. Did not know that.
The first one was alright. I just felt like it focused more on the people, and
this is like a series.
Yeah, this is the second part. The first one came out a couple years ago, so watch it.
Did not know it was a continuation. Okay.
He's so big. Godzilla's got huge, but
Well, he's supposed to be, and
no, he's huge. I mean, fucking huge.
he's supposed to be bigger than any skyscraper. Like he's supposed to be.
He's supposed to be at least like slightly
tall.
shorter.
No, in
Like
Japan,
the Megazord. He's supposed to be like the Megazord size.
in Japan, he's supposed to be gigantic.
Yeah.
That's why they fight on Monster Island.
Yeah, but he's bigger than what he used to be, like a lot bigger. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It has a lot of the old school monsters. I heard there's a lot of surprises inside it too that they haven't mentioned. I heard like there's appearance of Jet Jaguar, which I was like, oh,
What?
Jet
What is
Jaguar?
Jet Jaguar? I know who.
He was like a human robot that turned giant.
So it's a man in a suit.
Yeah, and he turned giant and fought the monsters and shit. It was pretty cool. He used to have his own videos too. Like I remember that.
No, I know he wasn't he the precursor to Ultraman, or is Ultraman older than him?
Ultraman is older than him. Ultraman is a lot older than a lot of things, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Yep. So yeah, Godzilla's next week. I'm looking forward to that. And then you have Aladdin, you have Toy Story 4, there's a lot of movies this summer. There's a lot of things coming.
Wait,
But nothing's gonna
when
be
was-
Endgame.
Wait, I know Aladdin is soon. When did they announce Toy Story?
Toy Story was a couple years ago. It's I think the third week of June. Toy Story 4. Then you have Spider-Man beginning of July. You have there's a lot. Lion King in August or November. I'm not sure. That's last check. Yep. So what's up?
Oh no, go ahead.
The news of PlayStation and Xbox joining forces for their cloud service and just gaming in general. It's a good sign of things.
Okay.
I mean, it's interesting to see if they actually go like have the Xbox Pass on PlayStation, things like that. Because that'll be like one system you need, and that's it.
Well, I mean, that already exists, and it's called a PC.
Yeah.
Why now? What do they hope to gain from doing that? Because all it seems to me is if you're still charging people to play online in 2020, you got to come with a lot of like bonuses and different types of service, like little things and changes here to make it better than Steam or whatever the new thing is, because they're over there fighting to the death on PC now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Epic Store getting games taken off left and right. There's an article about a game recently that got taken off by the publishers because there's this all types of stuff going on over there.
Yeah, because Epic
people going crazy because it's exclusive. So why? You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get to me like that these services, the price to pay online doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, I know Epic Games they give more to the creators of the profits and stuff than Steam.
Yo, that's the whole thing. When there's a Battlefield, they're like, what is it? They want like an 80-20 split or something.
Yeah,
which sounds like that's amazing because what they do is basically just host the games. They take all that money, so that sounds good. But that's what the Epic Store wants to do, and the smaller publishers. Is that what Sony and Microsoft do?
I'm not sure. Like again, there's still a lot of question marks on what's going to happen, but I think E3 we're going to get a real gist of what they're doing.
Okay. I mean, it sounds interesting, but like I was saying to you before we came on, like they going to lower the price?
Hope so.
If not, I don't really get
I doubt it.
Because again, all these new services coming out. You said you got news about the Disney service as well.
Yeah.
Like if I'm subscribing to the new services coming out, somebody's getting cut.
Someone getting cut.
I don't give a fuck how long I've been with you. If you're not giving me deals, because Disney's coming out at $6. If I was
and then Netflix raised prices to $15.
What I'm saying, well, I ain't really paying for that. But
I'm about to cancel Netflix.
You see what I'm saying? Like if I was, what's the deal? Why am I keeping you? And then if these guys at Sony and Microsoft want to come up with a new service where they combine, you mean to tell me I'm gonna pay $100 a month?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you? I mean, $100 a year, which is equals like, if it's at 60, 65 now, You want to dump $35 on there? But you better give me a buttload of features because that would basically equal what, like $9 a month. Like I'm pretty sure that's where they want to go because they see streaming as the future. Yeah. So they're like, we're gonna get you like that way because then it would be too much of a discount if you left it alone. You know what I'm saying?
I feel if they add the Game Pass into the integrated with the online, I think it'd be more worth it.
Yeah, I think so. They got to. They can't keep it the way it is now. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. But I look forward to it because then you don't have to worry about stories coming out about like, oh yeah, we can't do this feature because Sony said no. Yeah, they don't want to work with the online with both systems or whatnot. So if they're gonna cut that out in the beginning, good, good, because I don't want to hear.
Me too. Hopefully, it's a good news. We'll figure it out on E3, which is coming about in a few weeks.
Yeah, it's probably like maybe a month away. It's like
the beginning of June.
Yeah, it should be like I think it's the 10th or something like that. No.
Yeah. It starts the 8th, I think.
Okay,
the Friday, the 7th.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so we'll figure out more. Other news we just talked about Hulu. Disney is the full owner of Hulu.
Yes, they bought out. Was it NBC Universal?
Their side, yeah, because they won with the Fox purchase. They got like 40% of Hulu stake, but now they own the whole thing, which it's a good thing because they're able to keep all the shows and stuff they already have already. What I heard is that the Disney Plus is going to get integrated into Hulu, so if you're a Hulu owner, you may get it for free. Really? Or like additional like $3 or something like that.
Well, if that's a discount, then that's a very good idea. Because instead of subscribing to another service,
I could just use that.
Yeah,
I'm full for that because it's too many.
It's very smart.
Yes, do that.
And if they do that, that also increases the reason to not have other services because you're getting two rolled into one. Yeah. For a discounted price.
And then you can add on to it too. Like you could add HBO, you could add Showtime, you can add Stars and all that other stuff too. So it could be your main TV source, to be honest. You can actually make that your TV source. They have TV plans as well.
Really?
They have live TV plans.
Didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. The only thing is with the live TV plans, you can't share it. Like it's only one. Yeah, it has to go direct to your location. Mm-hmm. That's why I didn't keep it because my godson uses it to watch cartoons, and all the cartoons he likes is on Hulu. So I kept it off. But they have a good TV service. Like I was enjoying it, but I couldn't keep it, so I have the YouTube TV instead. Okay, and that's pretty good too.
Okay, cool.
I wish it was a little cheaper, but for the what I tried different services. Like I tried the Spectrums, and they suck. Yeah, I tried the Hulu was good, but again, I gave you the reason why I couldn't keep it. Mm-hmm. I tried what is it called Sling TV. It wasn't that great. Okay, like because the Sling TV and Spectrum, they give you an option. You get like you pick 10 channels, and those are the extra ones you get. So you have to be precise with your picks. So whatever is not included, then you have to add on. So like ESPN by itself, it's one channel. So if you want an ESPN, ESPN2, that's 2 channels. So I thought that was bullshit. You should just get the package. Yeah. So if I get ESPN, I get all the ESPN. I get Disney, I get all the Disney stuff.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
They don't do it like that. But YouTube, they give you everything. I have ESPN, I have Disney, I have Cartoon Network, I have all that. The only thing I don't have is Nickelodeon, which I wish I had. Other than that, it's good.
What are they a part of? Anything?
They're Viacom or some shit. They're the same owners of MTV and shit, and YouTube TV don't have them as well.
Do they have a way online to watch?
No, I think it's exclusive to like Spectrum and the other ones.
Understood. Gotcha.
Yeah. Huh. So I was like, that's the only thing that I kind of want, but it's not like because I could watch Power Rangers on there. I think that's the only reason why I want it. Mm-hmm. Because I heard the new seasons are actually been really good. I watched the first 5 and I really enjoyed it. So, and there's news on that too. I'm not getting into that.
Yeah, you can. Listen, I was about to ask a question. Like, do you ever foresee there being a place for the Super Sentai on an American network?
I think, you know what? I think it could. I think like putting on like things like Crunchyroll and things like that. It'd be something to adapt to. But to be on regular TV, I don't think a lot of people catch on to it.
No, no, I mean on one of these streaming services, but that are supported by the major networks.
Oh, Tubi. Tubi is a app on Fire Stick I found that has all the Shout Factory stuff, but you could actually like play it like Netflix. Like you play one, it'll go right into the next one.
Really?
So instead of having to always go to the browser, you could just go into that app, and it's free, and you could just find what you want to watch, and it'll keep playing.
Wow. Wow.
It's called Tubi, Tubi.
Okay.
It's good. Like they have all the Shout Factory stuff, so all the Super Sentai is there. So if I want to watch Super Sentai straight through, like I'll usually will watch like 5 to 6 episodes in one sitting because they're like 20 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's good to have. Yes, Tubi, Tubi.
See, that's
and Shout Factory, because Shout Factory that's all their shows is on there too. So if you want to watch like Xena Warrior Princess, you can watch it on there.
What? They got Xena.
They got Xena and they got Hercules.
And Hercules.
They even probably have Nightman, and no one wants to see
Get
it.
out. I want to see Nightman.
You're gonna be the only fan of Nightman.
Hell yeah. It's me.
And me.
Myself. Yep.
Jinky's probably like it.
He probably would stay for the intro and then leave.
Yeah. I have a feeling he watched that show. I have a feeling that me and him had a conversation about that show before.
I feel like Jenkins probably watched one episode and then
It's terrible.
he thought he watched the whole season. Turns out
Probably
he watched.
felt like it.
Yes. But he probably watched like the season intro that was like an hour or something. He's like, "Oh yeah, I saw it. It was long. It was boring." It was like, "Yeah, it was." But that was one episode. But
You used to watch it when it showed on 11, or you used to watch it when it showed like mad late at night?
No, I used to watch it when it debuted. So that was like it used to come
Saturday, right?
Yeah.
It was like Saturday, like
Night.
evening.
Saturday.
Yeah.
It was. I think. If I'm not
It was
wrong,
along with Hercules.
It was before that.
Yeah.
And,
Nightman. It was a
man,
Malibu comic. It's
You know,
terrible.
I feel bad because a lot of the Malibu comic characters I actually liked the design stuff and the powers they had. That would
You like Prime?
No, I didn't really like Prime too much because his design was a little gross for me.
Yeah.
Those veins and stuff. He wasn't cool. I liked Solitaire.
Solitaire was cool.
Like, you could call him a bootleg Daredevil. I mean, not Daredevil, Deadpool. But
Yeah.
to remember the time he came out, it was more of like a Gambit character knockoff.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, like when Deadpool came out, he wasn't really that popular.
No, it wasn't. It was like a cult following.
So it's almost unfair to call him that. But he had like a similar get up. It was just dark blue and purple, but he had the same ability of the super intense regeneration and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And he was a hitman.
Okay.
So he just used crazy guns. He used mad different guns, but they didn't go the Cable route by making them all big and stupid and crazy.
Yeah.
They just were like, he just had a lot of guns.
Malibu Comics. They got bought out by Marvel
I think so.
because they used some of the characters as crossovers too.
Yeah. But yeah, some of the characters were all right. But I'll put it this way: any character could be good in the right hands. It was just back then. There was
Just Street Fighter was terrible.
Oh, it looked terrible though. That's the other thing. That art was.
He sent the scalp of Ken to
The scalp Ken. That's unbelievable. Why is that real? Yo, Capcom in the 90s. You want to talk about somebody who sold out? We thought they sold out when they started putting DLC in games. No, they sold out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm looking at Malibu Comics now.
Mm.
There's some really bad shit.
Just so this is a bit of RedCycloneInc tradition. Malibu Comics will come up every now and again.
Yeah, and we have long conversations about it because it's
Still can't understand how this happened.
well, it looks like like the art looks like Ed McGuinness, to be honest with you. And I'm looking at who. You know what? One show we gotta just look at the history of Malibu comics and whose idea was this? Who to blame for this shit? we going to attack you. Oh, okay. I see the character. Like he's like purple and blue.
Yeah.
I don't like the color scheme.
It reminded me of Gambit. That's why the cards and the purple stripe.
I remember the new Exiles.
Mm-hmm.
All new Exiles. That was because they had the Exiles. They had characters from Malibu.
Did they survive to be something now?
Yeah, they're still around. They just a whole different team. Like what they always do. They always bring back teams, and it's like, hey.
All right, that's not.
Yeah. I remember Prime. I remember him being like kind of bootleg Superman. And I never liked it.
Yeah,
but then I remember like half their women characters have humongous boobs, and I was like, okay.
It's very like 90s art.
Yeah,
it's like heavy metal. Like
that's that 90s big boob art. The boobs never matched the proportion of the body, but we appreciated it.
That stuff used to freak me out.
Man. Like I remember like Gen 13, they always had like weird art styles with them.
No, Gen 13 was okay. It was a good comic, but they always had like weird art style. Their covers were like very like I had to watch when I bought those books. My mom said like, "What's this?" Oh, well, you mean like how provocative it was?
Yeah.
Yes, but like no. Gen 13, they had better proportions and a lot of stuff. Although there's a specific cover of it's just the main character. She's in her bra and panties, and the cover is her standing in the middle.
Yeah,
and it's basically like a cut and paste of her clothes, which is like, who's this made for? J. Scott Campbell, we talking. Who was that cover made for? Come on.
Yeah, I loved his artwork too, so that's why I picked it up. I think that's what sold me on most people, is depending on the art.
Yeah, but you see, like, it's a good thing you brought up Gen 13 because like J. Scott Campbell's like cover art was amazing.
Oh, to this day, I still buy his freaking cover art. Like when he does the Spider-Man books, I'm always buying his fucking covers.
Like, don't get it twisted. A lot of his stuff is, obviously fantasy, but like he still did like his team's justice. Like they did some pretty dope artwork for a lot of the Gen 13. Like
I was sad the cartoon never really went anywhere. They actually had a cartoon for Gen 13.
Really?
It was like 5 episodes and it didn't go nowhere, but I think it had a lot of potential if it came out like for Adult Swim now. I think it would have been amazing.
Probably. Do you know if it had like a good cast and stuff?
Yeah, it was decent. It has decent animation. It looked like the Wildcat cartoon.
No, but I mean like the voice stuff. Like, do you know if they were at least?
I don't remember it 100%. Like I remember seeing it. I don't remember it that well.
Okay.
May have to YouTube it.
I mean, I wonder too because like you said, given the right time slot and maybe channel, it probably would have thrived. Probably could have.
The art wasn't bad for the cartoon, to be honest. Like I'm looking at it now, and it looked kind of like, honestly, it looked like. Remember you watched Stripperella? Ever watched it? Episode of Stripperella?
What channel did that come on? USA?
It was like on Spike TV. It was like Pamela Anderson.
No,
it was written by Stan Lee, actually.
No, because I'm confusing that with what was it? Up All Night that was on USA.
Oh, okay.
That used to have like, wasn't it Pamela Anderson was the host of that show?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it was real people. I don't remember Stripperella though.
Yeah, Stripperella was a cartoon. It was actually done. It was produced by Stan Lee.
I'm sure it was. Yeah. He's probably having the time of his life.
It's like, yeah. But it was okay. It was kind of corny, but the animation wasn't that bad. That was something that kind of spot out because it looked kind of like the Gen 13 animation.
I've definitely seen. No. Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah.
I have watched. Yeah, I have definitely watched episodes of this. I just do not remember it. I don't know if that says anything about the show itself. Because I don't remember any of that.
No, it honestly, I don't think it's that like that important to remember. It's like it was just there, and it was a stripper that was a superhero. It was nothing else.
Pamela Anderson needed a cartoon.
Yeah,
that's basically what it was there
she
for.
needed money.
But I mean, you gotta remember the time she was the thing. So if she wanted to do something, they had to make a vehicle. She wanted to be in a movie, so they made her the barbed wire lady.
Yeah,
I remember that. That wasn't.
I remember that. What? Nipples. That was the animation I just sent to you. I forgot what channel it showed, but yeah, I think it would have been fine for something like Adult Swim nowadays.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's different now. Like you could get away with the adult themes in cartoons nowadays. Back then, they're like, "Oh no, it's only for kids." And
Yeah,
Simpsons was cursing and crazy since 1987.
well, you gotta.
I remember strangled his son.
South Park's
30 years.
South Park's been like the standard of they've been able to bend the rules to their absolute breaking point for a long time at this point. So yeah, I think they're the pioneers that probably made it possible, to be honest. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So
is there? Well, let me ask you: is there anything like that now?
Like
that has a following that's good. That's like in an adult, but not like that style.
It comes and goes. Like there's a lot of things on Adult Swim that has that style, and you have the likes of Family Guy and
no, I mean like that. That's like a Gen 13. That's like a Stripperella. That's like that type of style. Like either woman centric, but like
that Harley Quinn cartoon that's coming.
Really? What?
There's a Harley Quinn cartoon coming on the DCU app. That's going to be like a more of an adult cartoon, kind of like what the Deadpool cartoon was supposed to be on FX. Is going to be with Harley Quinn and Kelly Kuko, the chick from Big Bang Theory, is talking.
Oh.
That's going to be like more of a mature thing and with a female star. So it's going to be kind of like that Gen 13 kind of thing.
Which Harley Quinn is that?
The regular Harley Quinn.
The outfit. I mean,
it's gonna look like not the original, but it looks more towards the comic book than the movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think it comes out like the fall. I think.
Okay. Well,
you're gonna have the talking beaver. She had a beaver that she talked to. She talked to her beaver.
It was in the cartoon or in the book?
In the comic.
I do not.
It was like more the new one. It was like the New 52.
Oh, okay. See, yeah, that I have no familiarity with. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, there's a segue. Fall 2019, 2020. Talk about the DC universe. They just announced and had the trailer for Batwoman. It was kind of whack. It looked in a sea of made-for-TV superhero shows. It doesn't look like it's gonna hold up. It looks almost in the vein of Nightman. Yo, I'm just saying. It's like it looks like
female Nightman.
It's obviously shot in a certain way, and it almost feels like they're trying to evoke the Dark Knight with it.
Yeah,
like a lot of people in fancy suits. Like I'm talking about in the trailer, people in fancy suits saying like one line about, "Oh, this thing is gonna be." I forget specifically. Like I don't know if it was supposed to be their universe's commissioner or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, and then they pan to something else, and there's some crazy lady on TV. Is she supposed to be the Joker? I'm not exactly familiar with Batwoman's Rogues Gallery.
Me either. And I'm just like, whatever.
It just looks very, very like B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like almost Hercules Xena type of level. Which I mean, listen. The trailer may have been giving me a bad impression. It might actually be better if I watched an episode, but we'll have to wait until.
Yeah. I really didn't care for her appearance in the last Crisis thing that they did with all the characters.
Let me ask you, the series is featuring the actress Ruby Rose. Is this the same person who played her in that thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the first debut.
So you have a preview of what's to come. Now you said you weren't feeling it at all.
No, and I don't fear her as an actress. I don't think she could lead the show. Like, I don't think she's a great actress.
Yeah, because I didn't get anything from the trailer, and because I'm not familiar with her, I didn't really get too much of the person. I just felt like, oh, she's not a biker lady because she does have a motorcycle, but
Yeah.
she's just rugged and beating up dudes in a back alley
Yeah.
or
She a bully.
in an industrial facility, or I don't know. It just looks really generic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What they showed me was extremely generic. I'm a fan of the design of the character Batwoman. I like how it looks.
Yeah.
You know, and I like the feeling that they usually try to evoke with her, because it's like usually soaring above the city doing something cool.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like any of that.
It doesn't do much for me. Talking about Bat people, they did announce Batman being casted. Robert Pattinson got cast for the next Batman movie.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I ask
you. You know, I always give it a chance. I'll give it to the first trailer and see how he presents himself as Batman.
Okay.
Because we did have some bad.
I know he has a reputation from, you said he was in Twilight.
Yeah, so that's where everyone is like talking, oh, he's Twilight, he can't do this. Oh, he's British, he can't do this. And then you look at Spider-Man, like, yeah, he's British too, and he's pretty damn good Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they can do it. He has like a young Bruce Wayne kind of look, so I'll give him that. It all depends on how he looks in the crowd. Like the Bat crowd has to look good. If not, then I'm not interested. George Clooney looked weird, and I knew he was not going to be good.
I'm not familiar with the director, but the director is Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
Do you like his movies?
I forgot what he did first, but I know he's going to more of a serious approach.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
I mean, is that good or bad? Because the last two Batman have been super serious.
I feel Batman. I feel the Batman. I feel DC tried its best to catch up to what Marvel was doing, and that was the reason why for the movies we got. I feel Batman and Superman shouldn't have happened until later. I think Batman should have had a standalone. You should have had a Man of Steel 2 and then build up to the team up.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they rushed everything, and I think that was the downfall of the DCU of Batman, Superman, and then also the Justice League. Is like you just throwing shit together instead of building on it, and that's what look at Marvel did with 11 years of movies building on to the end game until and look at what y'all doing. Y'all just throwing shit out and like, hey, we got this. They all connected, yay!
Yes, this is true. This is true.
And I think that's a big problem. That's a big problem with the DCU. So if Robert Pattinson does a good job, I think it would be fine. I think they have to take an approach. If they're going to do DCU, they really got to introduce us a new Batman. I think you cannot go on Hollywood like he's an older Batman and things like that, because you did that and it failed.
Okay, I got you.
And I also don't blame Ben Affleck, because I feel like he didn't get enough of a shot to be Batman. He didn't get his own movie. He was always a co-star with other people, and I don't think he got to see that Batman side of in those movies. You never got to really see Batman. You just saw him as what he is, and that's it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, do you think it was who was the guy that directed that? That was Zack Snyder.
No, it was
It was Snyder, right?
Yeah, no, it was Snyder.
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder, yeah.
So I'm asking, like, maybe it was his style that was good, a good fit for these heroes or what have you.
But also it goes to Man of Steel. Man of Steel was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with Man of Steel, Superman was supposed to be connected to the Nolan universe. The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rising. He was supposed to connect to that universe. But they didn't do that. So they recreated Batman and has nothing to do with any of those movies. I think if it would have connected to the Nolan universe and it was like Christian Bale as Batman still and that, I think it would have been a bit better because you got to know that Batman already.
I agree.
Than what they did. And I think that's what I think that was the falling point of the DCU was Man of Steel was supposed to be connected to the Nolan universe, not what they did.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think if you pointing it out that way, it does seem like that would have been a better fit.
Yeah,
because I really didn't.
because Nolan was the producer of Man of Steel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so did they just take that from him? And he was like, "Nah, we're not gonna do that."
Yeah, like pretty much. Like we're gonna go our own Batman. We're gonna make him look like the Dark Knight Batman, which I appreciate the Batman look. I didn't think he looked bad.
Yeah, he did.
He looked big, but it didn't look bad. Again, I think Affleck didn't get enough chance to actually be Batman, to be the Batman we like the detective, show the detective side of Batman, things like that. We just got like a basic what we know of Batman.
The most basic form of the Dark Knight Batman.
Exactly. And then he started joking in Justice League.
Yeah, I realized they didn't catch what made that Batman cool.
Yeah.
There was no dynamic with the Joker or anything for that whole part was just not there. That's like the main part that was cool.
Yeah.
He only took the showdown at the end.
Yeah.
That's all he cared about. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So that was a big problem.
See, here's the unfortunate part now. That really sucks in hindsight because it's going to take years to watch the taste of Batman Superman out of people's mouths because somebody's going to want to do that right.
Yeah.
You know, that's a pivotal storyline in Batman's history.
Yeah.
And they fucked it up.
I feel that movie, slowly and little by little, they'll be able to blank clear the slate, especially like movies like Shazam. If Wonder Woman 2 does really well, if Aquaman 2 does good, things like that, you kind of start building their world again.
The Flash movie, that's good.
Huh?
The Flash
has to be good too. And they lost the actor and director, so they're back in the drawing board with that movie.
Excuse me? So wait, the actor was Ezra Miller, right?
Yeah, he left.
That's not a good sign at all.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. See, don't tell me that. I want to like these movies, but when I hear stuff like that, that just makes me go, that's an obvious problem. You know, if it was like injury or sickness or anything?
Yeah. You know, he just, like, it was taking too long to get something started, and he just left.
Oh, well, that sucks.
It's understandable. If that's why The Rock left as Namor, because they didn't have no plans. They were just like, oh, we're making this, we're gonna sign you, okay, and the movie's gonna start. We don't know yet. Okay, so I'm gonna go take this while you figure it out.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because he was supposed to play Namor.
Who owned
Universal
Namor at the time? Oh, and that was
Marvel got Namor back, and you might start seeing him soon. I could see him being the villain in Black Panther 2, actually, because they kind of mentioned like earthquakes in the water of Africa in Endgame.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
So maybe we'll get Namor.
Maybe. He's a cool character, but like, if it's not The Rock, granted, who would you like to see play Namor?
I don't know.
That's a really pivotal character.
Yeah, I think The Rock would have been perfect just because he kind of looks like Namor.
I agree. He doesn't have the hair anymore.
Yeah.
But like, if it's not gonna be him, do you have a number two?
I could actually see. I don't know. I really don't know because it depends on like how they're gonna make him too. Is he gonna be like a white dude, or he's gonna be an Asian dude, or that's the big thing, is the fact that who they cast is gonna be the personality of him, and no matter what people gonna bitch about it.
But who would you like? What's your ideal, or do you not care about that character? Because I mean,
I don't care too much about the character. Like the character I want to see and I care for is Doctor Doom. That's the one I want to see. That's the character I want to see build into like the next big villain.
That's true.
Namor is a good character. That's kind of a pivotal step that you could start the mutants and using the name mutant in the Marvel U.
Okay.
Because now they could have the X-Men. So you could mention mutant. He's the first mutant.
Okay.
So you could do something with him. The casting wise, again, just have a good, strong lead. Marvel has been on point with all their villains. They might not be the best villains, but for every villain they had a good story, had a good presence about them. Loki was amazing. Thanos, even being CGI, was fucking better than most villains in any fucking superhero movie.
Shout out to Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
Playing 2 characters. We know
Exactly. The same year.
Yeah. Oh, he's a superhero.
Yep. He was Cable and Thanos in the same year.
Good stuff.
But yeah, like they always had they do a really good job in casting. So I don't doubt their casting anymore. Like even they have Zac Efron as Adam Warlock. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I see you guys see something in it, so I'm fine with that. I have hope in them. I know exactly what they're trying to do, and Marvel been knocking it out the park. No movie probably be as big as Endgame, but they might lead into something that might come close.
People said that about Infinity War. So
yeah,
they could build always, if given the chance, they can always build up to beat their last biggest success.
As long again, the story has to be consistent. That was the theme of our last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You keep a consistent story, we keep going to see what you guys got next.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really have a main actor have the Namor though. I'm trying to think of it. Jackie Chan. He is Namor. There you go.
I'll take it.
Just can't instead of it is basically listen. It's gonna be.
Leave me alone.
It's gonna be special effects anyway, right? So you might as well just have him look, de-age his face like what's his name in Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? And then just have him whoop that ass. That's it.
Leave me alone.
I'm just saying, like
Jackie Chan.
I would love it.
You know who be? If you're gonna go Asian approach, the dude that was Ninja Assassin.
I know who you're talking about. Yes.
As Namor.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'd rather him be Silver Samurai. So.
I'll take him. Well, they doing Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I saw. Shout outs to Oliver Ling, member of the FTC, who put out his like little demo reel. He was like, "Yo, Marvel, I heard you checking out Asian performers for different roles," and so he put himself out there. He had like a fight in the arcade.
Nice.
It was pretty dope. Yeah, like it was pretty homegrown and stuff. Like that dude is cool because as long as I've been watching like Gutex and Mike Ross and stuff like that was maybe like Street Fighter 4, so that's maybe 2006, 2007, like a little before that, because they were doing like some Third Strike. So I know 2009 is 09ers, that's Street Fighter 4, so a little bit before that. But like they have a crew of people, and that guy was always one of the people like, it was like, what does he do? And then you find out he's like a martial artist. And so this whole time he's been grinding it out, and now he's doing like all types of like short films and stuff. So that's really dope. Listen, there's talent out there, so do it. I bet you he would have been a better fucking Iron Fist. Just saying.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought they should have went to an Asian approach for Iron Fist. I was fine with that. I didn't care like who Danny Rand is. I like, give me a good actor.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Give me a better actor.
I hate the argument with race. I'm like, whatever. It's new. Whatever. I don't care. Give me a good actor and a good presence of Danny Rand, and I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't care with that.
So,
but that's bitch too
much. Now I have that in my mind. That name could be a thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So the Hulu thing with Disney, like I have a picture, so I gotta send it to you. Is Mickey Mouse with a Fending Gauntlet, and it had Fox, it had Marvel, it had Star Wars, and it had another thing. What else they own? I forgot what else they own. It's something big too, and I forgot what it was. So they didn't have nothing for the green stone. I was like, yeah, there you go. The green one is Hulu.
Yeah, that's the color.
But yeah, again, I hope it gets integrated. They do have plans for shows like Falcon and Winter Soldier's getting a show, Scarlet Witch and Vision getting a show, things like that to continue the MCU, which is perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
they at least are keeping their actors and actresses.
Yeah,
Or are they gonna still be new
yeah,
people?
they all signed. Yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
so I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So at least you'll know there'll be at least guarantee the budget there though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. I don't know. See, DC needs to update budget on their homegrown shows. I'm just saying.
I did. You know what? I finished Titans and I enjoyed it. It was violent as shit, but they did it pretty like towards the ending, and it was very Robin focused, and it was really good.
Oh, huh?
The movie, the show on DC's app.
Oh no, I'm talking about in reference to like the shows on the CW. Yo, some money on those shows.
Yeah, they were good, and it just gets played out. Like Flash fights so many damn speedsters, it gets fucking annoying. Like you see one season, you see them all because he fights a speedster. Flash has one of the most craziest rogue galleries in DC. Why are you not using them? I don't understand that. Like, Weather Wizard could have been more of an important character. The Top could have been a crazy character. Mirror Mask could have been a crazy ass main villain, but they don't use them, and it gets stagnant and gets annoying. And it's like the last season of Flash, I didn't care for it. Like I stopped halfway. I was like, you know what? I'll just wait till it finished. It fully
so you didn't see Danny Trejo show up? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, he was like the father-in-law.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I know what you mean, but because I don't really like follow the character's history and stuff, it's not. It's kind of bouncing off of me.
Yeah.
So the more interpersonal stuff is the stuff I like on that show because they have like because I followed the cast, throughout the seasons and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm invested in like their stuff, so. I know what you mean, but it's like as long as that dynamic between like Barry and I forgot the chick's name because it's been such a long time since I've seen it because it's been like
Cisco.
No, the
father.
What's the wife's name?
Iris.
Yeah, Barry, Iris, then having Joe West, but it's mainly because of the actor because I remember him from what's it?
Law and Order.
Law and Order, yeah. Like there's a lot of little things like the story with him and his new wife.
Yeah,
and like there's a whole bunch Cisco and the chick from the other dimension. Then there's freaking every other week there's a new the professor.
Yeah,
it's like 17 of him or something like that.
Yeah, it was the Consul of Wells.
Yeah,
That he gets knowledge from all the other dimensions of himself.
There's so many. They kept adding new ones.
Yeah,
and it got kind of stupid, but it was like that kind of made me tune into it because it was so many little moving parts that was actually fun. So, but anyway, like that show is coming back as well.
Yeah,
and you best believe I'm gonna be paying more attention to that than I would to the Batwoman show.
Yeah,
same.
Me too.
Also, last season of Arrow.
Yeah, next season is the last season in the Arrow.
Yeah,
Supergirl has been actually really good.
Okay.
That's one that got really consistently good. Is Supergirl. They've been building her character a lot better. They stopped all the love angles, and I think that's what helped her. You got to know the character more, and you got to see her build up more, and that got better. The Legends of Tomorrow is. I don't like the show, but there's a lot of people that do, because it's more of a funny time travel show. I don't care for it.
Gotcha.
But the Flash I liked a lot, but the inconsistency of the villains and shit always got annoying. They did always had a good story, character development though. I always give them credit for that. Arrow too, and then Arrow kind of slowed down the last couple of seasons. Just got to a point that it's like, all right, just kill the character because you have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
But the season last season and the season before it was probably their best too because it was violent as shit. The fight scenes got so much better. You had the Arrow team that brought more dynamic to the table and all that stuff, so it was more fun.
Okay.
Out this week, digitally. Definitely check it out. Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's brand new.
Yeah, it's a DC anime.
When did that come out? Like, is that
digitally? It came out this week.
And like it was on a service before that.
Well, I saw it on my Fire Stick.
No, but I'm just saying, like, what's it supposed to be on the DC network?
And no, it's a movie. It's
Oh,
a
it's a
animated
movie.
movie. Yeah. It comes out on Blu-ray later this month, but it's available on digital.
Didn't know that. Wow.
It's really good, really funny.
How-
I really enjoyed it.
Where was the promotion? I did not see any. Come on.
They did have a trailer.
I wish I would have heard about it.
Yeah,
Damn
it
it.
had a trailer. The animation was interesting. Interesting take. They try to mix it with the Turtle anime and Batman mixed together. So the Turtles look kind of weird, but I think it fits the animation. Shredder was pretty badass in the beginning, but kind of was a little bitch in the end. Like Shredder beat the shit out of Batman in the beginning.
Really? Good stuff.
It was actually really good. Yo, definitely check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it.
All right.
Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Red? Or
Huh?
the ones we know? Are they the all red turtles, or are they the ones?
No, they're the ones we know. They have the color schemes and shit.
Okay.
But the art style is very a mix. It's a mix of, again, they try to mix animated Batman and Ninja Turtles animation together, like the comic art together.
Wait, so you mean kind of like the Channel 5 Batman?
Yeah, they're like boxy and shit. Yeah,
Oh, that's
looks
not
good.
bad. That's not
It looks good. You have Batgirl in it. You have Robin. You have them all like interacting with each other, which was funny. Mikey trying to jump in the Batmobile, and him fucking with Alfred was hilarious. Like Mikey fucked with Alfred every time he got.
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
you see Batman eating pizza.
Oh, that's awesome.
He folds it like a New Yorker.
Oh, well, he is from Gotham.
So yeah, definitely check it out. They did have the trailer for Batman Hush, which is coming soon as well, which looked pretty dope.
Damn, it's about time.
Yep. That's the one everyone been wanting to.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, last but not least, all right. So Ryan Reynolds is a dick.
What do you do?
So Ryan Reynolds leaked a link on YouTube called the Detective Pikachu movie on YouTube. So it had the same length as the movie, and it started like the movie would start. That had like the beginning music and shit like that. And it was an hour and 42 minutes of Pikachu dancing.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
It was great.
Nice.
And it was kind of like the Key and Peele, the 80s aerobic dance.
Oh, the
Yeah.
I Need a Hero? Or something.
Yeah. It was good. It was funny. No, it was just like generic music, but it was just him dancing in a like 80s aerobic studio.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. No. That's that meme picture. I got
Yeah.
it. Meme.
Yeah. It was an hour and 42 minutes of him dancing.
Cool.
The same.
I mean, is it still up?
Yeah, because it's not really the movie. It's just him dancing.
Man. So good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
I think that's about it. Shout outs to there's a few funny things that happened, but shout outs to the RGG Studios, the Yakuza Studios. Last week it was our favorite character, the Mad Dog.
Birthday.
It was his birthday.
Yay.
May 14th is Majima's birthday.
Majima.
And so I share with you just if you go to check out that post, it's at RGG Studio. It's from the 14th of May, and if you see the happy birthday to Majima, you can just scroll down, just see all the goddamn ridiculous moments that people posted from that game. Though, like, he is one of the best parts of the whole franchise.
Yeah.
Like from what they did in Zero with the girl Miji, where he's like one of the cabaret girls, to him dancing with the henchmen, like the elaborate choreographed dance that he's doing with like all the Yakuza henchmen behind. It's ridiculous. The face app picture somebody found of making him and Kiryu smile, because Kiryu never smiles, and it looks super weird. The Majima Anywhere, him coming out of a manhole cover. The Majima cop that pops up out of nowhere from beside you and confiscates your weapons. Like, God, he's so good.
He frisks. Yeah.
Yeah, take your got any weapons, Keanu? You see. Straight up
Majima.
And then I'm going to bring up also that RGG Studio put out the newest voice actor for Judgment.
Okay.
And that's Crispin Freeman. And you know, to list off his credits would take forever, but he's been in games as minor voices like MGS5. He's been on, I think, pretty much every MGS except one as like a minor character. He was a major character in Star Ocean 3.
What's his name again?
Crispin Freeman.
Kristen?
Oh, Crispin.
Crispin.
Yes.
Like crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's basically been like the badass in almost every anime. He's just like Sasuke Uchiha's brother in Naruto in the English dub. He's like just a huge list of like just anime from like 1998. No, 2000. I think 2001. Like all the way till now. It's like over like 100 different anime. And it's really good that they got somebody of that caliber to be in the game, which is a complete 180 from what it was back in the day with that game. Because I remember that's the whole thing with the Yakuza game. It almost failed because of the English dub. Yeah. So it's good to see all these years later they learned their lesson and they're not skimping on the quality of the voice actors that are going to be in this game. So this, maybe a lot of people won't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because, most people are like, screw that. It's a Japanese game. I want to play it in the original dub. But this might be like an actual turning point because I'll be honest with you, like the voice acting in games such as like Final Fantasy 15, like it's really good. Yeah. It can be done when it's a Japanese made game with English VO if they get the right people. So I'm looking forward to it. Again, that game comes out in June. I know you said you got yours pre-order, right, Mark?
Yep. I was excited. I pre-ordered the moment I got notified that was coming out.
Even though they went through all their turbulence, they ironed all that stuff out, and so
yeah, he talks a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that list. He's got
like 340 things. And there's Bell. Trying to see like something like iconic that like everyone would know for sure. He talked Loki in the Avenger cartoon series.
Okay.
He was in Bayonetta too.
He's in a lot of games. He's like either minor voices or a side characters. Not too many main characters, but his credits are just numerous. Yeah, he's a main character in Daihachi. He's a character named Sakaki, who's like the main villain. So that's, if you remember Daihachi, he was like one of the main bad guys. Not many people do, but it did have a remake on PS4, so it is still relevant.
He's talked Ant-Man and Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes.
Okay.
Saints Row the Third he was in, which I'm playing now on the Switch.
That's true. I think he was one of the main character voices. One of the ones
he was just an extra voice.
Oh no?
I'll tell you right now. Yeah, he was one of the main characters, the base one, like the.
Yeah, I figured he was one of the ones you could pick.
I never used that one. I always used the British accent.
I used that one. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
And then Nolan North has one.
And then there was a zombie one they put in 4, I think.
Yeah.
Nolan North has a zombie. That's pretty good.
We have a Power Ranger cast coming up later on today. We're doing season 3.
Yes. You said you checked it out, right?
Yeah, I finished it. It was like pulling teeth. The last 10 episodes.
Yeah.
We hate kid actors. We hate kid actors in Power Rangers.
I mean, listen. If they ain't good, they ain't good. It's just, it is what it is.
But it wasn't that bad. It was a transition season because of Kimberly exit and things like that. So it was like, that makes sense in what they did, and it was alright. It was nice seeing Kimberly always in like little shorts or shit.
Okay.
She was always in little shorts, and it was like, we appreciate that. But we don't like Cat though.
No.
I never liked Cat. Never liked her. But it was alright. It was fun to go through it again. We will be having a Morphicast. We'll be doing it later today. So stay tuned for that.
Nice.
Yes.
Make sure you stay tuned to the RedCycloneInc YouTube. We got a bunch of Monster Hunter videos going up from this past event that ended this last week. The Arc-Tempered Nergigante is a pain in the ass and kills people with alarming regularity. So I'll be putting up videos of me doing that quest with like all the different, at least one of every type of weapon.
Okay.
So we can get that. And I'll be continuing PSU because I'm not done with that. But playing that and Monster Hunter is not gonna happen at the same time.
Okay.
So stay tuned to all that. I still got a special game coming up. Something old. I'm not gonna be doing Star Ocean for a while. I wanna actually enjoy that, and I wanna be worrying about playing through it for people to watch. I wanna take my time with it, but I got something else that I wanna put up too. So stay tuned. I guess we can wrap it up. Got nothing else, right?
Nope.
No more sad anthem news. I ain't gonna talk about it.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
No. But the sad thing, EA hasn't learned their lesson. I'm gonna just put that out there. There's been like a statement about why it went wrong, and all they did was lay the blame on somebody else. They ain't learned, y'all. They ain't learned.
That's always the problem. They're always pushing blame.
Careful when you buy EA games. That don't just rush out to do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
No good. But that said, make sure you check out the RedCycloneInc YouTube. Also the SoundCloud, and we're on social media. We have Instagram, Twitter. We also have a RedCycloneInc Facebook page.
Yep.
There's also the RedCycloneInc Tumblr and the WordPress. Make sure you check those out. They're all RedCycloneInc, so you don't have an excuse to be like, I didn't know what it was. It's RedCycloneInc. It's all spelled the same.
Yes.
I'm running with caps because
Yes.
I like to have it spelled a certain way.
Yeah.
But listen, if they don't let you, they don't let you. All right. Merc, where you at?
Everything from Facebook. Facebook, we had the Wrestling Babble on the RedCycloneInc page on Facebook. Everything else is Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, Twitch TV, SoundCloud, and YouTube. I said YouTube twice. All MercwiththeMic. Follow, like, subscribe, give us feedback. We like the feedback. Stay tuned for the Morphin Cast. We'll have that up within this week, as well as these casts will go up. So
Yes,
you have 3 casts this week.
Yep. So
A lot of work.
Yeah.
I gotta pick a song for the next see what and then next month we'll be back to Super Sentai, which I'm excited for.
Okay, cool.
Kakaragi.
Oh yeah, did you see there was an update for the fighting gaming? So it's
Oh
slowly.
yes, the update, they added a story mode. It was actually pretty decent.
Yes.
And they added new characters.
Yeah, was it 2?
3.
3?
They added the movie Blue from the last movie.
Okay.
They added this Yellow Ranger with a robot suit.
Mm-hmm.
And they added Yodana, which was the mentor of Mystic Force.
Okay.
She's actually pretty good.
Wow. Okay. Good stuff.
So
Well, you had to pay for it, or was it like a free update?
it was free update.
Nice.
It wasn't even part of like the season pass or anything either. It was just a free update because you gave us a 3-person fighting game. You only gave us 9 characters.
Yeah. So okay.
That's no brainer.
No bueno. So
But they gave us a free update with that. The story mode was cool. It looks like they're gonna have a continuations of it. So this was like part 1 of the story,
Mhm.
and they're gonna go with a part 2 and part 3.
Oh wow.
But they will come out like within time. So
I hope it does continue to develop because it seemed like that game has promise.
yeah. So like the first part was a pretty lengthy part of the story, and then it ended, but it ended with a beat continue, and you can see that there are going to be parts of story. There's going to be storylines download. Like you're going to see a few of them.
Good.
So I like it. That's fun.
All right.
Saints Row the Third, fun on the Switch. Definitely check it out. Never played it.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. So thank you for listening.
Peace
Yeah.
out.
You have all the information. Now, one last thing we always want you to do is follow that Jenkins.
Follow the Jinkies.
He's got a sandwich somewhere. Don't know where it is, but he's got one.
Gotta slap it out his hand.
Mm-hmm. Don't let him eat it.
No.
We're counting on you.
We're counting on you to record yourself slapping a sandwich out of his hand. For our just mere joy.
He's saving his life. He was supposed to get a wrap. He got a sandwich. He knows what it is. All that bread. He's gonna be on the toilet for 2 hours. Stop it.
Stop it. All right. Peace out.